Hi, my name is Cezary Cieślewski and I'm the product manager for cloud and media networks at Nevion. In this short video, I wanted to show you new capabilities of VideoIPath and how VideoIPath can help you in orchestrating your ground-to-cloud connections and handle redundancy workflows. In our example, we are going to route HEVC sources from Virtuoso hardware encoder located in our Nevion office on-prem via SRT over public internet into AWS VPC. There we are going to use two instances of Sony M2LX software switcher. One is deployed in the primary availability zone and a backup instance deployed in a backup availability zone, which is currently stopped. In front of the Sony software switcher, we also have a software gateway, which is responsible for monitoring all the incoming ground-to-cloud streams. We have also a backup instance of the gateway deployed in the backup AZ. We can connect sources into the primary instance of M2LX. If we look at the Inspect app of VideoIPath, we will see that all the sources from the ground are routed over SRT gateway, on-prem SRT gateway into a cloud over public internet and are received on a primary instance of the M2LX. If we look at the M2LX, we can see that we are receiving two SRT sources directly from the ground. We also have connected some NDI sources that are connected to this instance and originate from the cloud. If we go to the panel app, we will see that currently the backup instances are stopped. So all the additional cost of hosting these instances is limited only to the storage costs. VideoIPath can now utilize its resource routing as well as the redundancy controller features and automatically reroute all the ground as well as NDI sources into the backup instances in case of a failure of the primary AZ. We can simulate the failure now by pressing the button. What happens is that VideoIPath will now reroute all the sources from the ground into the backup instances. These are currently stopped and VideoIPath will realize that this instance is required to be up now and will automatically start these instances in the cloud and will then wait until all instances are initialized and it will connect all the sources end to end. It will take several seconds for the instance to initialize until we can log in. Currently the web page is not available. Let's pause the video and come back to this once the instance is up. Some seconds later, the backup instance of the M2LX software switcher has initialized and we are able to log in. Let's open the WebRTC preview. As we can see, all sources that were previously connected to the primary instance of the M2LX are now connected into the backup instance. We have our HEVC SRT sources from the ground as well as the set of the NDI streams connected to the backup mixer. If you look back at the VideoIPath, we can see now that all the ground sources are routed over the backup pipeline. If for any reason we want to route back the sources into the primary instance, it's as easy as just pressing a button in VideoIPath. VideoIPath will automatically reroute all the sources to the primary instance and will stop the backup pipeline to stop any cost associated with hosting the backup instances. If we go back into the inspect, we'll see that now all sources are routed into the primary instance again. These capabilities of VideoIPath can be very handy in building various workflows, not only for redundancy, but also for optimized usage of cloud resources and all the ground-to-cloud connectivity, where VideoIPath hides a lot of complexity associated with managing multi-segment connections as well as orchestrating and creating resources in the cloud. If you want to learn more, please contact us. Thank you.